Welcome back to Let's Play the Brigmore Witches. I'm BurningDogFace. Before I do that, let's do this. I just get a feeling for the timing here. I'm gonna take these MFers down.
Who would have thought? Maggot Montaigne on a boat in Dunwall. A long way from Karnaca.
There you go, big guy! Oh shit. Spitting is a bad habit. No, I don't really care about that. Actually, let's toss these guys in the dumpster. It's more entertaining. Oh no, it wasn't bullets at all! Here, you can have this, and I'll take this. Thank you! In fact, you can get a twofer! I want to say this object is called a gaffer hook, but I don't actually know what that means. In you go. That's 2 gang members who'll be nice and alive when Lizzie takes over again. Although she might just have them killed for going along with the betrayal and or failing to prevent me from getting into their territory. She doesn't seem like the fair type. Oh, right. That's what was up there. Nothing! Now then, there was a book up here. Trimble's Coin. Did I start the timer? I did. Excerpt from a book on noteworthy intellectual figures. The halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy are thought to be spaces where thoughtful discourse and enlightened tolerance set the tone for debate and learning. Seems fair enough to me. It is believed that reason applies above all, and the passions of the greatest minds of the Empire are tempered by wisdom and custom. This is a commonly accepted vision of the place, and it is almost always accurate. Almost. Sometimes a protracted debate or disagreement can explode into conflict, and very rarely, violence. Such was the case years ago in the month of Winds. A young apprentice named Piero Joplin ventured into strange new directions of research with the preservation of mortifying tissue, a field that brought him into frequent conflict with a student called Trimble. Piero, you didn't make fucking zombies, did you? Joplin and Trimble often debated loudly into the night, and the content of these arguments is well beyond the understanding of most people of the Empire, the author included. The rivalry between the two natural philosophers raged for months, but it is the climax of those events that prompts this writing. The two had argued deep into the night, the debate sliding into personal, bitter attacks. I said that in the wrong order, but it still plays out well. At last they reached a terrible accord. Their mutual hatred culminated in a duel to the death with pistols. Under the grey sky of dawn, the greatest minds of the Empire of the Isles gathered in the courtyard in a fashion resembling schoolboys gathering to watch bullies fight. What? Gathering to watch two bullies fight. I wonder if that means, I wonder if they meant, like, you know, 2TWO, or if that's just a typo and the word's not supposed to be there. Whatever. A quiet fell as Joplin and Trimble accepted the ceremonial pistols, marked off the paces, turned, and fired. Each combatant fired round after round, shattering windows, chipping masonry, and splitting plaster. The closest shot to the mark was Joplin's, whose bullet ripped through the hem of Trimble's overcoat. It was clear that the dedicated study of the learned men had made for poor marksmanship. When all their ammunition was expended, both parties stood quivering with fear and rage, but unharmed. It was then agreed that the duel would be settled with a coin flip. A newly minted coin of the Empire was produced, bearing the face of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. As it was sent spinning into the air, Trimble called heads. The coin landed tails. Joplin was declared winner, and the feuding between the men ceased. By the terms of the dispute, Trimble was forced to leave the Academy, his studies left incomplete, whereupon a dignified silence returned to the halls of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. What a dumb story. Not as abjectly depressing or annoying as most of the as a lot of the other books. Sorry, I didn't mean most. I like how the vision rocks back and forth and you land like that, like he needs to get his balance back after having such a momentum suddenly disappear. Oh, let's look around for treasure. Where is it? Barely see. Well, there's supposed to be a bone charm somewhere in this distance, but it's so far away I can barely see the symbol. There's a rune over there.
This place is dead. Pity.
And a rune right there. Let's start with this. Oh lordy.
You ever get that creepy feeling of being watched? I've had that a bunch lately.
Funny you ask that. I had this feeling of eyes on me. I looked up on the roof of that building over there and...
There was a lady up there, right? I seen her too. Just staring. Then she was...
gone. In a wink. Yeah. I seen the same thing.
Should we tell the others about it?
No. The others might think we're seeing things. First sign of the plague, from what I hear.
Is she gonna move? So I wouldn't want her catching me. Oh god! Okay. 2 lightning bolts. That means he hasn't quite, locked on yet. I can do this. I can get out of this. I am a smart man. Oh Christ. That building looks like a good candidate for getting rid of a body. Dickbutt. Nowhere to get a running start.
Daud.
Oh.
This is the second time now. I see something, or someone, out of the corner of my eye. But when I turn, they're gone. Someone is watching us.
I've seen it too. I have to assume it's one of the witches. Be a good boy and turn around. What the fuck? Jesus Christ! Thought the other guy was going to turn around in that amount of time. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Quick save. Let's turn either direction, really, I'm fine. I just don't feel confident just dropping in right behind you. Because in my experience, that always fucks up. I was end up pulling a Mario and getting everyone's attention. There you go. Oh, hey. King Sparrow feathers. I wonder what's so special about them. I remember a note from in Piero's office where Havelock was complaining about his expensive requests, asking him why he needed king sparrow feathers, and there are seagull feathers all around the inn or whatever. I can hear a something. But first, I would like to take out that. Where did she go? Is she over there? Yes, she is. I can see her right there. Of course, they make it easier for you to murder them than to choke them out. How wouldn't they, for God's sake? So they do in this game. I do have Undertaker on, right? Wrong one. Ahem. Yes, I do. Damn. Weird. It looks like the one I added most recently disappeared. I suppose it's a person pile now. Unless, you know, you capitalize the M and make it man, as in that not terribly often used reference to the human species. Well, not terribly often used outside of the Lord of the Rings, I mean. Where I believe the species is officially called men. WTF! Wait. That was really weird. Daud, there are no hagfish here. You're tripping there. It is actually darker down here with this ability on. That is the veritable opposite of dark vision. Fuck me, a weeper. Oh! Dick! Forgot to let it recharge. Well, that can be remedied. You can! So I'm just gonna knock you the fuck out and hope you die before I wake up. But where's the trap? You know what? Fucking rats keep appearing around here, so I'm still gonna leave them up here. I did not knock that one out, so that is not my fault. Corrupted Charms. Excerpt from an Overseer's report on black market occult artifacts. The following note was found at the site of ritual murder attached to the victim's face by 9 fishhooks, arranged in a suspicious pattern. We inferred that the two parties were involved in a conflict over the construction and sale of a superstitious charm, using pieces from older, perhaps damaged, heretical artifacts. Full investigation recommended. Focus on the person named Lilica in Circonos. Lilica, you cheat. For months I poured coin into your pockets, paying for all the things you requested. Food and lodging at the outskirts of town, livestock with birth defects whose purpose I cannot imagine, toxic plants and alchemical materials. The baboon blood and cartilage of deep-dwelling fish were not cheap, I assure you. Are there 3 B's in baboon? Like 2 in the middle? I don't know. But even more costly was the scrimshaw I painstakingly acquired from sailors during the past year. Carved from the bones of whales and said to hum with powers from beyond the worldies, cost me half my savings. And you swore to me, that you could provide me with the charm I wanted. I was quite clear. I had your word that I would be able to visit Abrielle in my dreams, that I could woo her while sleeping. You promised that she would love me. Instead, you delivered me this lump of old bones, scratched at and hacked at, wired together as if made by a child. For 2 weeks, I kept it close to my heart. And at night, when I slept, I did see Abrielle. Oh yes, I saw her lying with everyone I've ever hated. Rivals and enemies who've bested me in business or in sport. Men who have bullied or insulted me, including my infernal older brother. I wake each morning, clenching my teeth in shame and rage. Such terrible nosebleeds I suffered. And my hair began to fall out in clumps. I threw the cursed thing into the lake just to be rid of it. You told me you were a sorcerer, a simple charlatan, more like. Be that as it may, I want you to know the day I decided to ruin your life. I will punish you for thinking me an idiot and taking my money. I could send an anonymous message delivered to the nearest overseer outpost, but what I've got in mind is more fitting. There is a gang that operates in Karnaca, assassins. I want you to know that all my remaining funds will be spent putting a contract on your pretty head. You will never see me again, Lilica, but when the butcher's blade falls in your neck, or when the poison in your milk takes hold, I want you to remember that this is how I repay those who cheat me. God damn, it sure sucked to be, Lilica. 9 fucking fishhooks. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I have enough to do this now. That's why I came here in the first place. Mmm, delicious. was that green thing? No, really, where'd it go? There was a green thing. I thought it was tied into the trap there. There you are. Ah, it was. Shut up. Great. Okay, trap disarmed. Oh, that was to keep them in! Shit! Okay, can I get in there? Not like this. How in the devil am I meant to get at those sweet, sweet bits of loot? No, that's not it. I'm drifting. Okay. I'll figure that out later. For now, let's call it a video. I'm BurningDogFace, and this has been Let's Play the Brigmore Witches, the DLC chapter for Dishonored. I'll see you next time. Stretch. Well, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do next time, but I'll see you then nonetheless. Later!